about love. Tell me what you know about what you know about love. What you know about love. Hella dizzy from the ups and downs.
Welcome back to the channel. Struggle Stream with BK. And in today's video, we're gonna find out why BK threw his niece out the window for eating up all his dang on cookies. Nah, y'all, let me stop. Hey, it's good to be back, y'all. Let me be serious. Now, y'all saw the thumbnail. Today's video, we're gonna talk about one of the rock stars on Bond Number 9's line. And that rock star is the Joker, aka Bleecker Street. Okay? And that review is coming up next in about 10 seconds. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get it. What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and I do mean welcome back. It's been a couple weeks since I made a video. I took some time off, for the holidays. We had Christmas, we had New Year's. Also, you all know my favorite team, my football team, the Michigan Wolverines, was playing in the Rose Bowl. So you know your boy had to go out west. All right, so brother was on the west side of the country, West Coast. The West Coast love BK. No, but I went out there. I went out west to enjoy some much needed sunshine compared to back here where I'm at in Michigan. Like today, I think it was 28 degrees. It'd be so depressing when you get back here. But weather-wise, but to enjoy some weather, support my team, and overall have a good time. And of course, Michigan did beat Alabama. Yeah, Q. Yeah. What up, though? Go blue. But anyway, hey, before I get started, let me let y'all know. My niece is alright. I didn't throw her out the window. A little upset over the cookies, but that's alright. Alright, y'all. Let's start this review. Today's review. Oh, let me finish my story. I went out west. And while I was out there, I took 2 colognes with me. I was gone a week. I took Bond Number 9's I Love New York for him. Right? I recently did a review on that. I'll link it below. And I took Bleecker Street. And as most people know, I'm not a huge, who follow the channel, I'm not a huge proponent of Bleecker Street. Bleecker Street is probably the most talked about at one point. This came out in 2005, by the way, y'all. But at one point was probably the most talked about bottle of Bond Number 9. Either that or I would think maybe the centerpiece. But Bleecker Street was definitely up there. It still is definitely up there. You still see reviews on it today, which is why I'm doing a review. Well, not really. I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm doing a review in a minute. But so I'm out west. And I was in a store, and this younger cat came up to me, probably about 25. He was like, "Is that Bleecker Street you wearing?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I got on." He was like, "Oh yeah, I got that too." So I honestly, that was my first ever compliment, and somebody actually. I know everybody loves Bleecker Street, but I think that's the first compliment I ever got wearing Bleecker Street in a way. If you count it as a compliment. But right. So all right, I decided to give it another chance. While I was gone, I wore Bleecker Street more than I want. I think I only wore like I Love New York twice. Once. Yeah, I think it was twice. But I mainly rocked Bleecker Street, and that motivated the fact that old boy knew what I had on. It motivated me. When I get back, I'm going to do a review on Bleecker Street. All right, I got back yesterday, by the way. And I'm like, I'm going to do a review on Bleecker Street. Y'all know that most of my reviews, fragrance-wise, are on Bond Number 9's. And it's a little odd that, you wouldn't see Bleecker Street up there. Especially I got so many dang on Bond Number 9's. But it motivated me to wear it more, right, while I was out there. And I can't say I got a couple of compliments. Old boy was my first one. I got a couple compliments. Not a lot, you know. It wasn't like I had on no Dubai gold or nothing like that, you know, where they just can't stop complimenting you. But I got a few compliments wearing Bleecker Street. As y'all know, follow my page. My bond number 9 top cents. I think Bleecker Street came in at 32. And besides Lafayette Street, this was the most. Well, this was probably the fragrance that most people disagreed with my list on. I think Lafayette Street being outside the top 10 was the first. And Bleecker Street not showing up anywhere, all the way at 32. People was like, dang, I can't think of my man's name offhand. I had to go back and read the comments. Y'all know I try to interact with everybody. But my man was like, you got my favorite one down in 30-something. He's like, so I know everybody loves Bleecker Street. The internet loves Bleecker Street. YouTube loves Bleecker Street. I'm not going to shit on Bleecker Street today. All right? I promise y'all, I'm not going to shit on Bleecker Street. People say, my cousin tell me I shit on Bleecker Street. But let me give my negatives for Bleecker Street up front, because I want this to end in a positive review for Bleecker Street, unlike most of the time. The issues I have with Bleecker Street is on my skin. Number one, longevity, right? The longevity of this is probably 6 to 8 hours, which will get you through a work day, but it ain't like most bond number 9s. And people who rock bond number 9s, y'all know. Bond number 9s last 10, 12, 24, 36 hours. You throw on some Uday New York, it'll be in your clothes a week later. All right, after the wash. It's still on there. But Bleecker Street just don't pop on my skin. Like, for some reason, I get 6 hours, 7, 8 maybe, but 5 or 6 most of the time, right? And Bleecker Street is one of the ones where I can't just spray and come across the neck. I gotta spray if I want it to last. Like, it don't pop off my skin, right? The projection is nice on the top notes for my skin. It's nice on the top notes, but like after I've had on Bleecker Street for like an hour or so, that the projection just dies down immensely, right? It's like you first spray it on, because Bleecker Street got, like, people who know, the Joker has that little that I want to say tart. When I say tart, you might think it's stink, but not like a bad smell, but that strong tart smell when you first spray it on. It's something about it. I don't know how to describe. I call it a tart smell. It's like a tart smell, not stinky wise, but it's like a strong tart smell. And people, I've heard other reviewers say with the Bleecker Street, you know, that's the fruitiness, the blueberry. Like, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. When people talk about you hear reviewers and other people talk about Bleecker Street. They talk about the fruitiness in it and stuff like that, and blueberry this and blueberry that. Nah, like, I don't smell fruitiness, right? If you into blueberries, and I do this all the time and I'm gonna do it again, but if you into blueberries and you want a real blueberry fragrance, get you bond number 9 Montauk. Well, Andy Warhol Montauk. All right, that is a blueberry fragrance, and that is a blueberry fragrance done right, correctly. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fragrance right here. All right, if you're a bond number 9 collector, even if you ain't, definitely grab this over that. All right, grab this over most fragrances. I think this was number 9 in my bond number 9 top scent. So this is a monster right here. All right. We're going to get this Andy Warhol out of the way. This is about Bleecker Street. We're not shitting on you. But when people talk about that blueberry, the blueberry or the berries and the fruitiness they smell in the top notes, I don't get that, me, myself. Let me do. Well, I might as well. Well, we'll get to that later. But they talk about the blueberryness, but it's like a tardy opening, right? And I like it, but it don't when it pop out, the tardiness is strong, so I get a nice projection when you first spray it on. But like an hour into it, when it starts to dry down, I don't get that with Bleecker Street anymore. I don't the projection of it is not out there. And people who wear Bond number 9s understand when you rock Bond number 9, like people know when you walk in the room. If you in the office, people know your whole cubicle smell like you. When they walk by, they like, yeah, George here, right? They smell you, and that's what your fragrance is supposed to do. Especially when you paying niche prices, all right? This I think Bleecker Street run like $465 right now. Secondhand, I think maybe like $219, $220, somewhere around that area. I look, and I posted I either drop a link below or I'll put it on the what's the name, man. Y'all know I always try to find it somewhere cheaper for y'all, but y'all know me. I'm buying for Saks or Bond number 9 directly, so it is what it is. But $465, not for Bleecker Street, no way. Montauk, definitely $465, no problem. Bleecker Street $465, nah. And I know most people love Bleecker Street. This is in everybody's top 5, top 3, top 1 when it comes to Bond number 9s. But for me, it just don't do it. Now, I talked about the longevity and the projection. That's one reason I don't like it. My second issue that I have with Bleecker Street is, to me, it's more of a teenage fragrance. Now, I know a lot of other reviewers will tell you that, yeah, this is a man's fragrance and we love it and it smells awesome and it smells amazing. Okay. To me, it reminds me of 1 Million Lucky. And when I say 1 Million Lucky, I don't mean how it smells. I don't mean it doesn't smell anything like 1 Million Lucky. 1 Million Lucky is very fruity, very sweet. This, on the other hand, is very fresh, very, very green. It's a green fragrance. Nice smell. But it's for the younger crowd. How you all know how the Gold Bar 1 Million got the 1 million, right? And that's kind of for everybody. They got the 1 million Privé. That's more of a grown man scent, right? And then you got the 1 Million Lucky, which is more of a younger crowd, fruitier, more out there party type of scent, right? Bleecker Street falls in that category to me. Even though it's a fresh, greeny scent fragrance, it's more of a younger crowd type of fragrance to me, right? Party time. Coney Island. And people know I like Coney Island. I like Coney Island a lot, right? But Coney Island is more of a younger crowd, fresh, party type of fragrance. That is what Bleecker Street. And I know a lot of other reviewers talk about Bleecker Street being manly. Hey, Bond number 9, y'all know this is considered unisex? I don't know how. This is definitely 70-30 male to female if it is unisex. I guess a female could pull it off with it being a green scent, but this is definitely for men, ladies. All right, maybe like 80-20. But it's for younger men, to me. And maybe I'm doing an old man. Wait, you know what? It's green too. Maybe I'm an old man, get off my lawn type of review for Bleecker Street. Possible. I take it. But it's for the younger crowd to me, right? And I know some people may disagree, and that's cool, right? It's all right. I would say grab this and try it yourself if you're around my age. If you're in your 40s, get your nose on it before you buy it, right? But if you want to gift your son, nephew, college student, high school student with a Bond number 9 fragrance, this would be a good one to get them. Honestly, this would be a good one to get him. My son like this too. Like my son, what 25 now, and he like Bleecker Street. It is what it is. He love Off Broadway too. I love Off Broadway too. Off Broadway is nice, but them the two main issues that I have with Bleecker Street, right? The longevity and the projection. I'll count that as one. And the fact that I think it's really a younger person's crowd. It's a younger crowd fragrance. So it doesn't do it for me. And it doesn't mean I don't like the fragrance. It doesn't mean it doesn't smell good. This would definitely, well, it ain't the spring yet. I gotta do my bond number 9, winter 6. Winter just started. But I've been slipping. But it's definitely in my bond number 9 top 5 spring scents. It is. It's a fresh green scent, and yes, it's nice. But it just doesn't, all the hype behind Bleecker Street that Bleecker Street has had for 15 plus years, the hype behind Bleecker Street, it just has never done that for me. And even when I got my first bottle of Bleecker Street 10 years ago, right? So I was in my mid 30s. It still just didn't do that for me, right? All right, y'all. Y'all know how it works. We do our spray. I sprayed it on probably about 2 hours ago. It's still there. It's still a little woody now, but it's still there. All right. This gonna be the older mid-base notes, and this is our fresh spray on. We're gonna do our little smell test. All right. Let's get it cracking, y'all. Let's get that bottle up there, nice and neat, like it was. Well, you get that tarty, that tangy tarty. When it first go on, I'm telling y'all, it's this tarty smell, but it's not fruit. It's definitely not fruit. Like I know people say it's a fruity open, but it's not. It's like a tarty smell, and you can smell the green. This is one of the ones at Irish Spring. That you know how that green fresh Irish Spring. Yeah, this is that. Let me go over the notes. All right, I'm gonna put them up there. The top notes for this are violet leaf, cassis, and the blueberries. The mid notes, it got some cinnamon and some jasmine in it. The base notes are oak moss, patchouli, vanilla, caramel, and some suede. All right, so you would think by the vanilla, the blueberry, etc., the cinnamon, you would think that this would be a gourmand fragrance, but it's not. It's a green, fresh, woody type fragrance. I like that tarty smell when it first come on, y'all. But it's a woody. Don't let the notes fool you. If you look up on fragrance.net or on Bond Number 9 site and you read that and you think you're about to get one of those type of gourmand fragrances by the notes, it doesn't do that, right? Maybe it's the leaves or the oak moss or the woodiness in it, but it the green and the wood overpowers whatever it says. Let's try this one. You definitely don't get no vanilla with the fresh spray on. And even on the dry down, I don't get no vanilla. I don't really smell no vanilla or no jasmine. I guess you can, maybe that's cinnamon. But it's a greeny, fresh, woodsy fragrance. And I know that's a lot, right? But if I was classifying it, I classify it as a greeny woody fragrance, right? And I know it. Everybody talk about the blueberryness of it, and maybe it's just my skin, right? Different fragrances gonna do different things on different people's skin. But for me, this just does not pop. It doesn't pop off my skin, and I don't want to say it smells bad because it doesn't smell bad, right? It's a good smelling green fragrance, but I like too many more Bond number 9s over Bleecker Street. If I was rating Bleecker Street, I would give it a 7 out of 10, which isn't bad. It doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just not great, not to me, right? It's too I don't want to say childish, but it's too young. It's a young, fresh, green woody fragrance. It's just that I think Bond number 9 does other green fragrances better. And they definitely do blueberry better. My talk. A green, I would say, even though I think this smells better than Bond number 9 Highline, right? But if you were looking for a green fragrance, I would say go pick up strictly for green, not for a signature scent or a daily scent. Just you wanted that fresh green, grassy, type of fragrance. I would say get Bond number 9 Highline over it, right? You can find Bond number 9 Highline for like $120, and that shit smells like freshly cut grass. It's an acquired smell, but it does green, grassy, very nice. And that's not me shitting on Bleecker Street or anything like that, because I already know people going to say I'm shitting on Bleecker Street. But Bleecker Street is a nice, especially tardy fragrance on the opening and on the dry down. It's a nice green, woody, greeny, woodsy fragrance. It's just not a superstar to me. It's not, I see people reviews, and when people do their top 10s and they have it up there, this ain't no Lafayette Street at all, right? And Lafayette Street wasn't even in my top 10. This cannot fuck with Centerpiece. This ain't on the same, nowhere near the same level as New York Oud, right? This don't mess with Wall Street, right? This don't, it's so many other Bond number 9s that smell better than Bleecker Street. And it's turning into me shitting on Bleecker Street. I'm not trying to shit on Bleecker Street. Bleecker Street is a nice, good fragrance, right? But I would recommend that you definitely go second. I rarely ever say this, but I would definitely recommend you buy this secondhand. All right? It's not worth the $465. You can get this, if you can find this for $150, $200, grab it. If you're a collector of Bond number 9, grab it, because you got to have Bleecker Street in your repertoire, I think, in order, because of how much hype is behind Bleecker Street and how it's accepted in the fragrance community. Because y'all know most Bond number 9s ain't accepted in the fragrance community, but everybody tends to love Bleecker Street. Hey, Bleecker Street. But that's pretty much all I got for Bleecker Street, y'all. I think I talked about that already. I forgot to do my bag, and y'all, dang, look, I'm rusty than a mug, y'all. I've been gone too long. It's been 2 weeks. But can y'all hook a brother up with a like and a subscribe? Trying to grow the channel. It helps me grow the channel. It's the only way to grow the channel. We're trying to get up into the 700s now. We're trying to get to 1,000. That's the overall goal. But our next goal is 700, 750. We're trying to get to 750. Let's get to 750. Help a brother out. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Hit that dislike if you mad at me because I dissed Bleecker Street. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you feel about Bleecker Street, whether you like it or not. Right? Tell me what it do on your skin, because I know it don't pop on mine, but I've seen other people say 10 hours. They got 10 hours longevity on it. It just don't do it for me. Oh, before I go, one more thing, y'all. A little trick I learned over the last week with Bleecker Street: spray it on your clothes. Right? this lasted longer on my clothes than it did on my skin. Why? I don't know. Makes no logical sense since the heat coming off me is supposed to make it pop. And I was in the freaking heat. I was in the desert and the heated up Cali, Arizona, the West Coast. It should have been popping. My Bleecker Street should have been popping. But it wasn't popping like it was supposed to be popping. But I did rock Bleecker Street, right? I gave it a shot. And y'all know me. I'm not like most reviewers who get some little spray tube and spray it on and come try to act like an expert. No. Before I do a review on something, I'm going to rock it for like a week before I do a review because I want to give you my honest opinion what I think. There's going to be no spray on one day and see what happened, right? I'm going to rock with it for like a week and I'm going to let you know what I think about it. But anyway, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you know when I drop videos. I do several a week. Look out. The fight is tomorrow. Well, by the time I edit and put this out, it'll probably be over. But I got my Virgil Ortiz. He coming back. He fight tomorrow. So I'm gonna do I ain't gonna do a review. I'll probably do a review. I don't think I'm gonna do a preview. I'm gonna do a review of the Virgil Ortiz fight. And I got my bond number 9 top 5 winner since coming in the next few days. So I'm working on that one now. So we getting that together. That's next up. Pretty much that's all I got for y'all. Bleecker Street, 7 out of 10. Tell me what you think about Bleecker Street below. All right. Peace, and I'm out. Y'all be safe out there. Go Blue!
What you know about love? What you know about love? What you know about love? What you know? Hella dizzy from the ups and the downs and the rounds and browns.